3. This will be their 4th. So interesting test. This isn't the first game they've played here in the States. They played in Maryland.
Off the mark with the second shot. Xavier Thomas a little sloppy with the ball. Finally gets it to Mike Mitchell to set things up top.
And it's different. Thomas coming off the bench a lot last season. Now in the starting role, he's got to adapt to that change and now being in the offense a lot more often.
Xavier Thomas drives with his screen set and turns the ball over.
Possibly trying to do too much there. Looked like he was trying to hit Correa in the corner.
Seymour set passes, swings it to the corner for 3. Got it. Just like that, Bishop University goes up 4-0.
Kyle Damaris with the 3-point shot. He's got 4 other points.
Correa now at the top trying to set up an offense. Plattsburgh seems a little uneasy to start.
Yeah, there might be little nerves getting the better of them here at home to start off. The crowd's not into it yet, but as you said, nervousness coming in. Is
Xavier Thomas with another turnover. That's 2 turnovers on 2 straight possessions, and Coach Curl does not look happy.
That doesn't help his cause to keep his starting job out there. He's got the athleticism, but he's got to calm himself down, but he can't lose aggressiveness. Got to stay aggressive out there.
Caro now over midcourt, setting up the offense, getting a high screen by McLean, passes in the corner. Baseline drive, nothing there. Swinging the ball around, feeding it into the post where McLean will go to work. Spins right, turns, shot, good.
That's a great look there. But McLean, Reggie Miller, there, great defense, just had the shot over him. They've got to use Bishop, their height, in this game. It's their main advantage over the Cardinals here.
Setting up, passes to Williams up top. Xavier Thomas takes it, turns the ball over again, 3 straight possessions. Here's Bishop now on the break, looking, they have numbers, passes to the corner for, and Najee knocks it down, and it is 8-0 Bishop.
He's got a great stroke. We saw him during warm-ups. Being 6'11", can hit the outside shot. He's causing a lot of matchup problems here for the Carl. Coach Carl already bringing a sub out. Jordan Moody getting ready to sub in already.
Mike Mitchell drives and gets bumped on the outside by McLean. Took a little shot there. Looks like a little stress on his neck.
Jordan Moody now in for Xavier Thomas. Thomas looking very upset, making a few careless mistakes off to start the game.
Definitely seems a little discouraged. 3 turnovers, 3 straight possessions. So let's see if he can take a break and get his head right.
He's got to keep his head up. He's going to get a talking to by the coaches on the sideline, and he's getting an earful from his teammates. Good leadership on the side to keep him.
Mitchell with the deep 3, and he airballs it. Williams on the hustle, can't quite get to it. And here come the Gators now on the break again. Crossover, turnover. Mike Mitchell grabs the ball, streaking down the right side, and he's fouled. Foul there on Kurt Caro.
6-foot sophomore from Montreal, Quebec.
And the fans now, Hard Hattians, starting to get involved a little bit.
They need to score a quick bucket here to get themselves back and get the crowd involved. That's where Plattsburgh is at its best.
Here's Moody off the bench, and can't knock down the 3, but Correa on the rebound and up, and there's Plattsburgh's first points of the game.
Good move by Correa to put it up there. Great rebound.
The Gators now setting up, right back to work. They have a lot of movement on the offense, and there's a charge going down.
Great play there by Reggie Miller. Good take. Reggie Miller Williams, as I kept saying that before. I'm just going to call him Reggie Williams, but great take by there. Got his body up, squared himself up. Don't see many big guys take the contact like that.
And you need a play like that if you want to get back into this game right now. 8-2, you need to start making those extra plays that don't show up on the stat sheet.
Yeah, absolutely. Now momentum. You see the crowd's involved now. They're yelling. They're getting involved. Now they can start getting back into this game. At one point, it looked like this was going to get bad, ugly, real fast. Now they need a couple of easy basket here, get themselves back in this.
Gators showing a little full court here, pressure. Pass to Williams at the 3-point line. Here's Hodgson, passes down the 3 to Mitchell. And here's Correa from deep, short off the front rim, rebound Gators.
That's a good shot for him. We know he can make that shot. He doesn't have to be discouraged. He went 0 for 17 over a 2-game stretch and then came back and hit 5 straight threes in the following game. You can't be upset about him taking that shot. You know he's going to make them.
Kyle Desarmas takes down Correa hard. And that'll be
on Damaris.
Ball.
Foul on Damaris. It was just a good hustle for the ball, and he grabbed his leg as he was going to move.
That's 4 quick fouls for the Gators. You can see if that has a you know, with 16 minutes left in this game,
And
in this half, sorry about that, they could be getting to the bonus quite quick.
Yes, and you can't put this Plattsburgh team on the line. They've got a lot of good free throw shooters.
Mike Mitchell turns the ball over, and a great hustle play there by Majid Nagy.
He's a big guy to be. He's pretty nimble out there.
Oh.
Yes, originally the ref didn't call it the right way, but good call by the ref going back into Bishop's way.
Good job getting that call right.
And the Gators coming out, not afraid of this Plattsburgh team playing in foreign territory here. Coming out strong, looking to move the ball.
Seymour is set with the screen from Nagy. Passes now, Nagy from 3, no good. Mike Mitchell on the hustle play, great job throwing it off of the Gator player.
It's amazing watching him last year. He does a lot of hustle plays, as you just said, but how many rebounds he gets, and he's only 5'7". He squeals his way and sneaks his way in there and gets the rebound. It always impresses me how he can do that.
Seems like he's got a great nose for the ball. Mike Mitchell now using a double screen, and here comes Moody off the top. Passing to Ezra. He's being smothered, though, on the three-point line. Mike Mitchell now setting up. Pass to Correa, who drives. Step back jump shot. Off back rim, no.
It looked good.
And it's going to stay here, though. Last touch by a Gator player.
You saw Reggie Williams was trying to make a move down low. This Najee's kid guy, he's a lot bigger than him. Reggie's going to have trouble backing him down. You don't see that happen a lot for Williams because he's one of the toughest guys in this division, in this area. Now he's playing somebody who's got him by 4 inches and equivalent to him in weight. It's going to be a tough matchup for him tonight. Right on cue, he makes a layup. You got to put it up high over these big shot blockers.
And the sub just came in from Plattsburgh as Kyle Richardson seeing some time. Strong take right there. High off the glass, no good. Battle for the board. And an instant impact right there as Kyle Richardson comes down with the board. Correa now trying to get the ball to Williams. Dancing on the tight line. Backcourt violation.
Good hustle, though, to stop a fast break from happening. Reggie there with an ill-advised pass, Reggie Williams. But Plattsburgh's now getting back into it. They've had a couple stops on defense. Seems the guys coming in as substitutes off the bench, just providing a spark for the team. Now, as you said, Kyle Richardson, who we didn't see a lot of last season, actually wasn't with the team last season, coming in, making an immediate impact off the bench.
And for the Gators, Jamil Abiyad comes in, as well as McLean back in the game. There's a turnover right there.
Jordan Moody picks it off.
Leading the break, takes it. Oh, and an offensive foul called.
Coach Curl does not agree with that. I don't seem to agree with it either.
I think his feet were moving on that.
Yeah,
he didn't quite establish position.
I think he hit him up high, too. But the refs obviously saw it different. Coach Curl is not happy with that.
Gators now bringing the ball up court. Trying to set up offense. Passes to the corner to Abiyad. And there's a near turnover, but it's going to stay here with the Gators. Great hustle there by Jordan Moody.
Moody's great up front on perimeter defense. He gets his hands right where the guy's dribbling, gets it right in the passing lanes. He's very good at poking that ball out and getting the steal. He's got to do that because of losing Chris Manning to graduation, who was their main steals leader. They need to replace that somehow.
There's Desmarazes on the drive, no good. Rebounded by Correa, pushing the ball up with tempo. They just can't get anything going on the inside.
No, right now, as Mitchell puts it up, short, but good rebound. They're coming up very high on this defense, pressuring the ball. It seems to be giving them a lot of fits.
They're not going to let Plattsburgh beat them with a 3, which they're known for with Ezra Hodgson and Mike Mitchell. Quick turn there, passes out. And an air ball 3 by Kyle Richardson.
Coach Curl actually seems like he did not like that shot out of the corner. It looked like he wanted Reggie Williams to take that ball up.
It seems like they were taking too many threes right off the bat, and they have not been connecting.
What right now Bishop's doing well is they're pressuring them outside. As Jordan Moody comes up with a second steal, they're forcing them to go inside where the size is in their favor.
Moody with the jump shot. It's good, and Plattsburgh crawling back into this game. It's now 8-6 Gators.
Great move, step back jumper right with the defender right in his face, knocks it down. He's got great concentration off the dribble.
It's a relatively low-scoring game right now.
Yeah, it seems Plattsburgh's slowly starting to get back into their rhythm. They have to start doing what they do best, which is getting the ball inside and then work it from the inside out.
The Gators, after that strong start, have not really put a bucket down in the past couple minutes. And there's a travel.
3 straight possessions with turnovers. It really hurts you, as it happened, hurt Plattsburgh off in the beginning. Now it's hurting the Gators.
Jonah Bermillo on the turnover. And relatively sloppy start for first game of Plattsburgh's season. Yeah, Plattsburgh started off with the turnovers early, and now the Gators are turning it over.
Yeah, and I think it has to do with the fresh new faces they have out there. Losing Shavar Fields to eligibility that he's done. John Perez graduating, Anthony Baker graduating, and Chris Manning also. A lot of guys have to step up in the leadership role as Jordan Moody gets fouled, hand check. And they have to try to establish new leaders on this team. Reggie Williams has to step up. Jordan Moody stepping up. Xavier Thomas, now that he's a starter, has to step up, and he has to forget about those turnovers. They have a lot they have to acclimate to in this season. Now Mike Mitchell, starting point guard, he's got to become a floor general out there, start moving these guys around like Chris Manning did.
Najee just checked back into the game. He's now covering Ezra Hodgson. Hodgson turns, looking to create some space, puts up the shot, short. It looked like he rushed it.
I think he did. He might have been a better opportunity to pass it out. Najee has height on him.
Quick on the break now. And there's Matt McLean with the cleaning up of the missed shot. Puts it in, and it's now 10-6 Gators.
His 6'9" frame helps him on those rebounds. He's already taller than Reggie, who's 6'6". So they've got the size really working for him there on the offensive boards.
Korea now taking the screen from Richardson. Drives, puts it up, and the foul.
Great move there. Number 24, Kyle Richardson, as I said, off the bench, automatic impact. With that rebound, makes some good plays. He missed that three in the corner, but don't worry about that. Goes to the line for a possible three-point play.
It looks like the freshman is about to check in for Plattsburgh.
He was, and then he got called back by Coach. Seemed Coach wanted to tell him to hang out for a second. He's getting a talking to by Coach Cam before he heads in.
Richardson on the free throw, and it's good. Now Gators coming back. Quick transition. Great job by Plattsburgh to get back on defense.
Great transition defense to get back and stop a quick basket from happening. Now they got to get here and keep. As Najee pulls up and knocks down a three. I told you, the kid's got range. You got to watch out for him.
Majid Najee with the touch from outside. When you're, that stature and could shoot outside like that, it causes all types of fits for a defense.
He's the size of Kevin Love shooting out there. I mean, you understand what he does in the NBA. But as Correa, beautiful floater from the corner, it's going to cause a whole bunch of matchup because you can't even get a hand in his face.
Seymour Morissette now drives, turns it over. There's Richardson on the take. Mike Mitchell leading the break. Looking, can't find anybody. Nearly loses the ball. Back to the corner, Richardson. Nice spin move. Ezra Hodgson with the jump shot. Bang! Hopefully that'll get Ezra going.
I think it will. Now, he's got to be one of their main guys. He did it last season towards the end of the year. Starting to make a lot of baskets. He's got to do that. Right now, Kyle Richardson is making more plays than you expect out of a guy coming off the bench. He's the star of the game right now. Have that basket, the and one, and caused 2 assists. He's playing fantastic right now off the bench.
Absolutely. Gators now get it back into their big man, Najee. Turns quick, runs over Ezra Hodgson, and turns the ball over.
He might as well just went up for that layup instead of passing it. Ezra was on his back.
Moody now crosses half court. Looks calling for the clear out here. Dribbling. Takes it baseline, kicks it to Correa. Extra pass, Mike Mitchell for 3. Got it!
You can't leave him by himself out there. You can't leave him.
Plattsburgh's starting to get hot, and the Gators quickly call a timeout.
They're on a 14-5 run right now. That's fantastic right there. Plattsburgh coming out. They were down 8-0. Now to be up 16-13. Mike Mitchell, that fantastic three-point shot, got him right back in it.
Definitely a very impressive turnaround, an 8-0 hole to start the game. But, the past 8+ minutes, they've really turned it around and finally started hitting some shots.
Yeah, ball movement, as you saw in that last play, finally getting spread out. You had Jordan Moody, who attacked the basket. As I said, they have to go inside out. He gets it out to Edward Correa, who has a possible shot. He decides to make the extra pass, the smart pass, hits Mike Mitchell right in the top of the key. You can't say nothing about that. Buries the three-point shot, which we've seen so much out of him.
It also starts with the defense. You saw Plattsburgh really tighten up after letting up a quick 8 points. For the next 5 minutes, only let up five more points after that.
Yeah.
And, defense leads to offense. Anytime you could get a turnover, get out in the quick transition, it gives you more confidence on offense, opens things up.
Yes, absolutely. Plattsburgh's jumping the passing lanes. They're keeping their guy in front of them. They're letting them post up Najee's down low, even though he's bigger than all of them, and he's caused 2 turnovers.
And it was a great move by Coach putting Kyle Richardson in. Great energy off the bench.
I think so. It's a fantastic move. He's trying to feel his guys out now since it's the first game.
It's looked like a different team since he's been on the court. And there's the freshman now, Zach Coleman, coming in.
Now to see what he can do from Putnam Valley, New York. I have not heard much about him yet, but Coach raves that he's got excellent skill set.
There's Najee for 3, no good. And Moody battling for the board, keeps it alive, and Richardson comes down with a rebound.
Great play, Moody getting to the ball.
Here's Coleman now passing to Richardson for 3, no good off the front rim.
Possibly shot that ball a little too soon. It actually looked pretty good, but you can't rush those shots right there. Get yourself in the offense. That's what's working for you. You've been playing great off the bench. Don't make Coach pull you now.
Najee with the green light keeps shooting and keeps missing, though.
He's looking to shoot again out there. He's hit 1 already from outside. He's looking to get another one.
Here's on the drive now. Passes. Great look to McLean. Great block by Kyle Richardson.
This kid's making all the plays right now. As Jordan Moody takes it down by himself.
Steps back and resets it. Hodgson up top. Ooh, it looked like he wanted to take that 3.
Yeah, he did. Moody almost got called for a travel there. Just kept his pivot foot down as he made that pump fake.
Here's Coleman now. Looks like they switched to a zone here.
Coleman's just got to try to figure out where he's got to be in this offense. Ezra Hodgins from deep pulls up, gives the Cardinal a 6-point lead now. He's got 5 already.
Here the Gators now setting up. Quick drive, penetration, and kick. Najee again for 3, and an air ball.
He's missing everything right now. After that first 3 he made, he's missed his last 3 shots. He's got to go back inside and start using his height.
Jordan Moody now. Korea setting up the offense.
Now this is where the Cardinal gets so dangerous. Now that they're up, they get in their offense. You're in their pace right now. You're in trouble because now you got to play their brand of basketball.
Coleman now with the nice take. Leans in and gets the foul called.
I like his game right now. We've only seen him a little bit, but he made 2 great moves to get to the basket, gets the big man up and gets fouled. Now he gets to go to the line, possible free throws.
It looks like the Gators' strategy here is to force him left. They were shifting their whole body, making him go left, and Coleman burnt it on him.
Yeah, he took advantage of it, and I'm excited to see what he can do this year for a freshman like him. Coach Curl doesn't play freshmen that often. For him to come out this early and to try to make an impact, he's already made a good pass to Edward Correa, which led to a basket after that. Let's see what he can do going on later this season. We'll see him a few more times. We'll be talking about him. They got a couple of interesting kids on the roster that they've added. They've added Gary Tibbs is now back. Majestic Grigg, who's a freshman from New York. And, who was the other one? Let's see. It's Tim Smith from Melbourne, Australia, which Australia.
That's great recruiting there by Coach Curl to get someone from Australia.
Is another freshman, Tyler Coppin Carter from Los Angeles, California. And as we talked, Coach Cam has family out there. He met him out there during I think it was a pickup game, and he recruited him to come all the way here. Great job by Coach Camp to bring a kid from L.A. all the way out here to Plattsburgh.
Coleman missing both of those free throws right there.
It's just nerves.
3-pointer good by Jonah Bermillo. Here's Coleman, throws it almost to nobody and turns the ball over. Looks like some nerves from the freshman.
And instead of Coleman getting yelled at, Xavier Thomas is getting yelled at for that turnover.
Passes into the post, good drive, kicks. For 3, Kyle Ramos, no good. Fight for the ball, and the Gators come up with it. Right back to Erasmus. And turns the ball over. Here's Xavier Thomas on the break, people chasing. And Xavier Thomas throws it down.
Easy, LeBron James. He cocked that thing back, tomahawk slam. Fantastic play, Xavier Thomas. That's changing the whole game right now. What he brings to the team is ridiculous athleticism.
And that's not what you want to see right there. Quick foul. You know, you have momentum. You want to keep playing off that momentum. And to stop the clock like that.
My man's got bungees. He's got bungees. He gets up. He did that last year in that last game where he had that alley-oop dunk, which is one of the best dunks I've ever seen in person. That one was fantastic.
Checking in now is Alan Sherbrooke, giving Hodgson a little break.
And he brings physicality down low.
Oh, he's a big boy.
He's your bruiser. You put him up against these big boys from this Bishop team, he'll beat them up down low.
The Gators now operating, spreading the court. Bermillo trying to set things up. Very stagnant offense right now.
Yeah, it seems they're moving right.
Oh, good feed though. Is it number 21? And there is Nikola Jovicic on the lay-in. That was way too easy right there.
Jovic? No, I don't even know. Jovic. There we go. Good play by him, cutting it right underneath as Xavier Thomas gets fouled by number 15.
Morissette.
Cy Morissette. 3-point game right now. Plattsburgh slowly keeping their offense churning. As you said, Bishop was stagnant on offense there for a while. Not a lot of ball movement. But besides that cutback play.
And Plattsburgh's now in the bonus. Xavier Thomas now will be shooting a 1-and-1.
With 7 minutes left, that's not a good sign there for Bishop.
If you're Plattsburgh, your strategy's got to be try to get it down in the post and get to the line as much as you can in the next 7 minutes.
Yeah,
first shot, no good. Xavier Thomas misses. And Moody quickly steals the ball and
almost loses it. Good handle, though.
Passes up to Sherbrooke as Plattsburgh resets. Xavier Thomas
Moody
now
already
with the ball.
has 3 steals. I didn't mean to cut you off there, but he's played fantastic on defense. Sherbrooke's just bustling him down low.
And that's what he brings to the game as Sherbrooke drops in the easy layup.
He's your big force down. Put him down low. He's muscling anybody down there to get baskets. As you said, you got to foul him to keep him from scoring, and you don't want to put him on the line because he's a 75% free throw shooter.
Yep. Plattsburgh was getting out-muscled early on. You got to battle power, and Xavier Thomas almost with the incredible save right there, diving into the first row.
Coming right next to us, as I just said to him, great hustle right there. And they're getting their hands in the passing lane. They're jumping the passes, trying to get the ball down court. And coach has to be happy with what they're doing. They're getting their hands on a lot of them.
Very aggressive defense trying to pay the passing lanes. On the drive, kicks out, and blocked. Jordan Moody skies for the block.
Throws that thing out of his face. Great play by him defensively.
Good to see Jordan Moody back out on the court. He really brings a different element to this Plattsburgh team.
It's a leadership. It's a follow me, do what I do type of mentality. And he gives you some type of athleticism you don't see a lot.
Oh, Jordan on the turnover there.
That was a great.
And the Gators just throw it away to nobody. And the coach looks upset.
Yes. It was a great inlet pass there by Jordan Moody to try to get Sherbrooke. Just a hand came and bopped out of the way. But a terrible pass there by Bishop to turn it over as you had a 3-on-2 coming down to possibly get a quick, easy basket. As Edward Correa subs back into the game.
Jordan Moody now moves to the point guard position. Setting things up, yelling for people to move. Very stagnant right now on Plattsburgh's part. Just a lot of standing around. There's some movement.
Yes. As Xavier Thomas comes through, this is a different type of grouping you have here as Thomas puts up a shot. Sherbrooke gets it back, puts it up. Good move by him. Not often to see him miss a shot like that.
That's a bad shot there by Xavier Thomas. You don't want to settle for a fadeaway jump shot 15 feet from the basket. As Gators come back, and that is C. Morissette on the 3. That's a big bucket there.
Now a 2-point game as it closes down to under 5.5 minutes. Moody taking over this point guard role. This is a different type of grouping here because such a small group. Speed is in Plattsburgh's favor. They got to use that to their advantage.
They're playing 4 outside with 1 big man in, and that big man is Sherbrooke, who's been cleaning up the boards. But before that, there was a foul on the floor, and more free throws will be coming up for Plattsburgh as it is still a 1-and-1 scenario. Xavier Thomas.
I believe it was on Sherbrooke down low. As the ball went up in the air. He was pushed from behind.
Back come Mike Mitchell and Ezra Hodgson, replacing Jordan Moody, and great minutes by Kyle Richardson. Great energy by both players off the bench.
Coach has to be very happy with what Richardson's done. 3 points, 2 assists, 3 rebounds, and a block earlier on. Fantastic hustle minutes by him.
Sherbrooke, good on the first free throw.
He's a great free throw shooter. You do not want to foul a big man like him, put him on the line. That's 3 points for him right now.
I like Sherbrooke. I like the minutes he's given so far. Just tough, gritty minutes. Second shot, no good, and Najee cleans up the board.
As you said, Sherbrooke just does his job well. He's a blue-collar type of basketball player. Does his job, doesn't argue with it, and just plays tough.
Great hands there by Xavier Thomas, but Najee gets the ball back.
Now he's got to guard Najij, who's bigger than him, but he's got him. He can muscle him down. I see that in favor of Sergey as the ball goes up short.
Great job by Mike Mitchell there, staying in front of his man and cutting off the angle.
Ezra, good rebound, Ezra Hodgins. He's got to be the focus right now. Try to get him open, get him some easy shots.
And there's another foul on the Gators. I believe that'll be the 10th, and that will be 2 shots for Mike Mitchell.
And he can knock him down.
It seems like they're really pressing Mike Mitchell, trying to make them beat them with his ball handling, which I guess they believe is suspect.
Yeah, which isn't really that smart of an idea on their part.
I think Mike Mitchell's a great ball handler.
I think so too, and putting him on the line isn't smart either. Pressing him, trying to get the ball out of his hands, you might as well just have, rather than pass the ball up, to give it to him.
And when you're in the bonus, you got to think you can't be pressing like that. As he misses the first free throw, you know, you're going to just increase your chance to get fouls if you try to keep pressure up.
Yeah, now I think 5 missed free throws by this team. You can't have that happen.
I know Coach Curl really stresses free throws too. He can't be happy. Mike Mitchell on the second shot, and it's good. Plattsburgh now leads by 4. Just under 5 minutes. Najee now in the post, ready to go to work
to keep him from in.
There's the jumper there, off the back rim, no good. Correa with the rebound.
The 4 Cardinal players were in there to try to get that rebound to keep Najij from him.
And Ezra Hodgins just throws Nikola Jovicic off his back, and it'll be an offensive foul.
Coach Curl's telling him that he can't do that. You have to watch yourself down low. You gave up a possession there.
Anytime you battle for position, it gets a little hairy down there. Again, great hands by Xavier Thomas poking the ball loose, and a little overzealous and gets called for the foul.
It's going to happen when you constantly keep reaching like that.
You got to play defense with your feet.
He's got 2 fouls.
And Moody is going to check right back in the game, and he's going to replace Xavier Thomas.
Coach is telling him, you can't have 2 fouls that early on. I need you out there.
Gators now inbounding.
But now you don't lose anything with Jordan Moody coming in for Xavier Thomas. They have the exact same type of skill set. I think just Xavier Thomas can get a little bit higher in the air.
And there's a 3-point shot knocked down by
number 6,
Jonah Bermilla.
That's 2 threes he has right now in the last 7 minutes of the game.
He's been a nice little spark plug, and they cut the lead now to 1.
Plattsburgh can't get antsy here. Just keep moving the ball as they have. Get a good shot off.
Moody now with the open jumper, knocks it down.
For a lefty, he's got a sweet stroke, man. He knocks those shots down beautiful from the free throw line.
Great job creating space there, too. Back on the other end now, the Gators are looking to set up their offense. Najee from 3 again, in and out. That one's nearly halfway down.
Almost knocks it down again. He's 0 for 3 now after that first three-point shot he made. But Hodgson's right there, didn't get called for it, but he got fouled down low, was asking for it, didn't get the call.
And it looks like the coach isn't even too mad about it. I guess he has the green light to just shoot anytime he touches.
That must be, he has full faith in his abilities.
Vermillo again for 3, no
Almost
good.
Went down again.
Najee with the rebound, and offensive foul on Najee, he pushed off.
I'm amazed he missed that little bunny right there. He was right next to the rim and he shorted it. When you're 6'11", you're practically at the top of the rim anyway.
And that should be foul shots because they're in the double bonus, and it will be.
Yes, because the ball was in the air. It's not considered an offensive foul. No one had possession, so it's considered a regular
loose ball foul. And Reggie Williams now will head to the line for 2 more shots. No good on the first, and Plattsburgh continues to miss their free throws.
This is going to be what Coach is going to be talking about at halftime. We got to make our free throws, guys. They're putting us on the line, and we got to take advantage.
Williams now on the second shot and knocks it down.
They keep splitting them. The last few times they've been out there, they split the free throws.
Quick, here's the Gators pushing it up, and great job again by Plattsburgh getting back and getting in position on defense. Vermillo drives and kicks to the corner for a 3. Bang!
They've got some great 3-point shooters on this team. They like that corner shot. That's the second time they've hit it from there.
The Gators continue to hang around. This is a very tight game.
It's a good contest like everybody could have hoped for.
Mike Mitchell drives, and another foul up top, sending a man to the line 40 feet from the basket. It just makes no sense.
This will be his third and fourth free throw attempts now.
At what point, as the coach, do you tell them to just back off a little bit? You can't be fouling a man all the way at midcourt.
And right now, you're putting everybody in jeopardy of foul trouble. You don't have that many guys you can bring off the bench because they scratched 3 players from earlier in the game. Mike Mitchell misses the first again. You have to, if I was a coach, I'd bring them back, tell guys we got to be more conservative for the next 2 minutes. We can't keep putting them on the line and possibly giving them points. Right now, they're missing, but that's not going to keep, that trend's not going to keep going.
Mike Mitchell once again splits the free throws.
2 of 4 now from the line.
And in for the first time is Von Dweck.
We saw a little bit of him last season. He's got some skills with the ball. He can get up, he can drive, he can pass. He's definitely going to get a lot more minutes this season.
Najee again from three-point range. In and out again on the last 2 shots. Nearly knocks him down.
He's got to be losing confidence. That one looked like it was down.
When you're a shooter, that bucket keeps getting smaller and smaller with every miss. As Hodgson drives down the sideline with a very acrobatic for Hodgson and knocks it down.
He's pretty nimble for a big guy. That was a great move by him. Now he's right on defense as the big man forces him to shoot short.
Najee just cannot buy a bucket right now with 2 straight misses. Rebound, another miss, and Mike Mitchell cleans it up. Looking to push now.
Great team defense by Plattsburgh to force 3 short shots.
Moody with a sick crossover, step back, short off the front rim.
He's going to break your ankles. You better be watching. He's going to get you. You got to be. He puts him on ice skates. He almost got him that time. But that's what you have to worry. He's very aggressive on defense. Right now, there are only 5 team fouls. Next one, now 6. Next, they're in the bonus. You got to watch your hands.
Plattsburgh now making more substitutions as Sherbrooke will come in once again for Williams, and Correa will come back in for Moody. Sideline inbound now for the Gators.
Falling up.
Mid-post to Derasmus, passes to the middle, back up top, corner shot, pump fake. Great feed in the middle, and he missed the layup, but it's going to stay here.
Yeah, they've missed their last 5 shots at the basket. All have been either short or off the back of the rim. It seems Plattsburgh's defense is getting to them, but Plattsburgh has to rally and get the ball. They've allowed 3 straight offensive rebounds. That's got to be killing Coach Curl. You got to get there. You got to get a rebound. I know these guys, are bigger than you. Box out, get the rebound.
I think that's what the move for Sherbrooke was, trying to get a big body in there, help out on the boards. Pass now down low and blocked by Ezra Hodgson. Sherbrooke with the rebound.
Good deep. He doesn't get a lot of blocks, but he gets those opportunistic blocks.
Hodgson now calling for the ball.
Sergey wide open down low. He wasn't looking.
Mike Mitchell drives, kicks it to Correa for 3. Short off the front rim. Sherbrooke, tough rebound. Puts it back up, left hand, no good. Fouls again and knocks it down.
He's the big bruiser. He's Nikola Pekovic for the Timberwolves. He's the big boy. You can't beat him down low. Great hustle play to go after the ball that he missed, put it back up. He's got 6 already.
Gators now back on offense. Swings the ball for 3. No good off the front rim. And there's Von Dweck with the rebound.
Dweck's got skills. He's definitely going to get a lot of minutes as the season goes on.
Mike Mitchell now will hold as the shot clock has been turned off.
Look for a good shot here. Wait until about 6 seconds or so before you make a move to the basket.
Mike Mitchell dribbling around, trying to use some clock. Passes the ball inside to Sherbrooke. Working the post game, turns, little left hook, no good. Rebound.
That's a great
shot by the
though.
Gators. And the shot will not count. That will end the half as the Plattsburgh Cardinals 33 and the Gators 27.
Great hands there right at the end by Edward Correa to top that ball out of the way. But that was a great look by Sergey at the end of the game. Right point blank at the basket. No shame about that. I'd like that shot better than the 3-point shot at the end.
Oh, definitely. You got to think that second half, they're going to try to exploit that more, get the ball into Sherbrooke because, the Gators do have size, but they don't really have, the weight.
Yeah.
So he could really bully some people down there.
They live and die by the three. Right now, the three's not helping them. With their big guy, Najij, it's not helping them. They need to start getting him more involved down low.
And Najij is almost single-handedly shooting them out of the game right now. He's just missing everything he puts
up. He's missed 5 consecutive three-point shots. But are we getting ready right now to send it over to Colleen? Colleen
getting ready,
there we go.
Here we go.
There are new faces here for the Plattsburgh Cardinals. One of those faces happens to be Australian. That's right, Tim Smith is actually from Melbourne, Australia. Now you're asking, why is he playing here in Plattsburgh? Well, let's just say assistant coach Cameron knows the right kind of people. Coach Cam, originating from out west in California, has family over there. And when he was out there visiting family, word got around that Tim Smith at that time was playing basketball in Las Vegas. Now, you know, good news travels fast, and now Tim Smith is playing here for Plattsburgh, committed as a freshman now, but committed for the full 4 years, which is going to be a massive asset for the Cardinals, because last season we lost so many good players, one of them actually being Chris Manning. Now Chris Manning is now the new assistant coach for the Cardinals, and when talking to the coaches earlier, they said how excited they were to have Manning back on the team, but would love to see him in uniform again. Guys, back to you. And Tyler Peck. Guys, I was just talking earlier about how there's new faces on the team, one of them being the Australian Tim Smith, but he hasn't played yet. Let's talk about how we have Jordan Moody back. He's doing phenomenal in the first half.
No, we were talking about that during the broadcast. Jordan gives you a lot of athleticism, leadership, and do what I do type of mentality, where he tells the guys, hey, follow my lead, do what I do, how I play, how I act. And right there, when Xavier Thomas got pulled for the last turnover he committed, Jordan Moody came in. You don't lose anything when Xavier comes out. They both have the same type of athleticism. Both can jump to the rafters, like you saw in Xavier's dunk. And Jordan makes great plays on defense. He has 4 steals already. He's got a few baskets. He plays really well. And
I was really fascinated with Kyle Richardson coming off the bench. I thought he was the first man in as a 6th man, and once he came in, the game just changed. He got a couple quick rebounds, couple steals, great defense, and it really catapulted them from the 8-0 start deficit that they had and turned it around. Plattsburgh went on a solid run there.
Now let's talk about Mike Mitchell for a second. Chris Manning, you know, was a huge player on the team. Very big shoes to fill. But on the bench, I'm right next to him. I'm listening to what they're saying on the bench, and on the court. He is just not only dominating on offense and defense, but he's leading the team. He's telling them, he's telling the new players, you know, holes, the things to look at. What do you guys feel about him?
I think that's a great point. Losing Chris, is a hole you're not really going to be able to fill. With the way he played on defense, the way he saw the court, it's kind of hard to replace that. But as you said, just a moment back there, they were doing the press, Plattsburgh was. Xavier Thomas was in the wrong spot. Mike Mitchell comes up, smacks him on the rear end and says, hey, get to your spot. Starts yelling at him, screaming in his face. You don't see it from a little 5'7" guy yelling at the lot taller, bigger guy than you. But I like that about him. The vocal ability he has, the leadership that he's developed out of seemingly out of nowhere, he has to take that spot and he has to roll with it and keep that going throughout the season.
Yep. You know, you don't see many missed free throws from Mike Mitchell, but that seemed to be a story for Plattsburgh in the first half. It's a lot of free throws, and if you want to win this game close as it is, you're going to have to knock down the free throws.
Yeah, he split 2 straight free throw attempts. He's 2 for 4, which we don't see him. He's an 83% free throw shooter. So that doesn't happen to him very often. But playing great defensively, has a couple rebounds, great defense on steals, and also playing great offense. Has that big 3-point shot, has another basket. He's got to be happy with the way he's playing on offense.
Another thing with that too is you have to see Mike Mitchell now is taking on much more of a load, being the starting point guard, a lot more minutes. Maybe that might have an effect on his legs, and that's leading to fatigue the foul line.
Well, I saw him earlier icing his leg. I ran over. I was like, "Are you playing today?" And he was playing. It was a little tender. So, but I think for an exhibition game, this is a great game for Plattsburgh to play. You know, they have a tough conference this year. They don't have a SUNYAC game until the 5th of December. So this is a great game for Coach Crow to sit the men down and say, you know what, we need to work on A, B, C, and D in order to get the title again this season.
And to play with a team that has big men like this, yes. It definitely helps you approach certain types of teams like Brockport and other situations like that, because these guys are very tough. I didn't expect them to play like this. We had never seen them before. We never really heard of the team before we knew they were going to play Plattsburgh. So to see them come out and play tough like this against Plattsburgh, I think it's a very good thing for you to be in this type of situation. First game of the season, it'll help you out for a lot down the road.
And the Bishops have already played 3 games. They're 0-3, so for them to come out and give Plattsburgh a fight, it's a good game so far.
You know, they're coming out, they're desperate for a win. Anytime you lose 3 games to start the season, you really want to get out there. They came out hot, firing right away, but it seemed to get a little sloppy midway through the game where Plattsburgh started hitting their shots, finding open men, and they really turned up the defense. I think that's where it started with Plattsburgh. They buckled down on defense, and defense led to offense. And I think that another big move was putting Sherbrooke in the game, because the Gators have very tall people, but they're not physically fit. Yeah, exactly. So Sherbrooke could have his weight down in the post. He could muscle them around. That's what he's doing. I think we're going to see a lot more Sherbrooke in the second half.
This is the best I've seen Sherbrooke play out of all of last season. He's getting more limelight now. Pearl's putting him in more often, and he's dominating. If he doesn't make it up first, he's boxing out. He's getting the rebounds and just putting it right back up.
No, it's a great point. He's their bruiser, as I call him. I compared him to Nikola Pekovic from the Timberwolves. He's the big, stocky guy. He's going to run you out of the way. He's a bulldozer. He's going to beat you up. He's going to get his boards. He's going to get his shots. You can't move him out of the way. I mean, he's a great guy to come off the bench because he can beat up the other team's big men. And it helps Reggie Williams coming off, because now the guy's softened up a little bit. You come in, you can start being fancy, move your moves on.
The confidence that Coach had in him, too. They went to him for the last play of the game at half. He didn't knock it down, but he still got an easy look.
It was a great look. It just came off the back of the rim. That's a great play. To see him get those opportunities, it's just going to only make him play better.
Now, going back, you mentioned Reggie Williams. I was very surprised that he was one of the starters for Plattsburgh, being hurt last season. So I don't know, Curl is having a different eye this year, I think. He's having more faith in his players than I think I've ever seen him have.
I think that's a good point. Reggie, we didn't get to see him last year because that unfortunate incident where he broke his foot. But he comes out, he makes some plays. He hasn't gotten any points yet, but he's played good hustle-wise, defensively, rebounding. He has a tough time with Najij down there. 6'11", Reggie's only 6'7". That's a big load for him to carry.
He's making a presence, though. He's definitely making a presence there in the paint.
He's come out and contested 3 jump shots that Najij has missed. He's played great defense on him down low. You can only be happy with the way he's playing on defense. He's going to get his opportunities on offense.
I also think Coach Curl right now is really experimenting. He's throwing in a lot of different players in different positions. Still trying to get a feel, because it is Plattsburgh's first game and all the faces.
All right, good stuff, guys. We will be right back here with more Plattsburgh action. Do not go anywhere. PSTV will be right back. tough game here. The score is close. It's 33-27 in the second half. For the Beck team, the Bishop, Clyde Neba is leading with 20 points. He's the team's top scorer. Now, who compares to that? Shimoy McIntosh, who is not making an appearance today. So Xavier Thomas is one of the other players that is up there on that level. The Bishops are very strong in the paint. Pretty sure Curl talked about playing better defense in the paint, boxing out, what Ezra Hodgson, one of the bigger players on the team, is going to have to do in order to keep this lead for the rest of the second half. Giuseppe and Tyler, back to you guys.
Yeah, he's not dressed.
All right, and we're back. You know, Shimoy McIntosh hasn't played the first half. I don't think he's dressed for today's game.
Yeah, we didn't notice that from before, but he's wearing just his warm-up outfit and sweatpants underneath, which, if he was in right now, would make a big difference to have another big athletic shooting guard, small forward, out there to help with scoring for Plattsburgh. But as of right now, it seems like they don't really, I want to say miss him, because that's really not the right word I want to use. But
you know, playing arguably without your best player, it's a big loss as Williams on the miss right there.
That's the first shot Reggie's taken, and he's missed right there. But good move by him. That's an excellent shot at the basket.
Gators now putting up the three.
Great contest there by Xavier Thomas.
Korea now taking the ball over midcourt.
And at halftime, Ezra led the team in scoring with 7 points. He's got to keep looking to score right now.
Mitchell now setting things up outside. Takes the deep three. No good off the back rim.
He can make those, though. Coach might not be that happy with that shot.
Najee leaving where he left off with another missed three.
He's 2 for 12 now after that missed shot. He was 2 for 11 at halftime. That's not good for him. That coach can't be, and he hasn't said anything.
Especially from three, only shooting 1 for 7.
Was that a three he just took there?
Yep.
Now it's
1 for 8.
Yeah. He can't be happy about it, but the coach has not told him to stop shooting. He's got the green light completely.
Korea from way downtown, no good. Xavier Thomas keeping the ball alive. And it is off Xavier Thomas, and the Gators will gain possession.
He just lost control of that ball.
Quick substitute here now. And they're taking Najee out.
Seems like now he's finally getting an earful from a coach.
I like that move right there. You know, take him out, settle him down a little bit, and see if you can get some offense from somewhere else.
He's clearly in a slump right now. You got to do something about that. Get him back in it. Like I said earlier, you got to get him down low in the post. Use that 6'11" frame of his. Try to get him some easy baskets.
Seymour set now on the drive. Kicks it out to McLean, who fakes the three. Dishes off to Caro, who misses badly on that three-point attempt.
Doesn't even hit the side of the rim. Reggie Miller almost called, Williams, Reggie Miller-Williams, almost gets called for a foul there as he jumped into it. Ball's turned over.
Another turnover there by Plattsburgh, and the Gators come on the break. Great transition defense once again by Plattsburgh.
They're getting back there really quick to stop these easy baskets from happening.
And a point-blank layup missed right there.
Wow. I'm surprised. Number 5, Patrick Kabongo, missing right off the front of the rim. You couldn't have made it any easier.
He seems to be really upset with himself right here.
I would be. I mean, you point-blank range, missing right off the front like that. He must have felt somebody creeping up behind him.
And that's a big bucket right there. You know, down 6 on the road. You know, you got to capitalize on those type of easy opportunities.
Especially, even though he had Ezra Hodgins on him, he had him beat by a step.
Entry pass now to Ezra Hodgson. He's got the small Kabongo on him. Turns, spins, and contested by Najee.
Great defense by Najee, getting his hand up in there.
Great block on Reggie Williams right there.
Reggie throws it out of bounds. Flexes a little bit, but stops himself to make it look like he's just celebrating.
Great hustle there from the big man.
Yeah, great block right there. Chase down from behind.
Gators now get set to inbound. Passes there to Bermillo. Kicks it Najee with the jump shot, and there he is, finally knocking down a jump shot.
3 of 13 now.
See if that'll get him going.
It might. All you need to do is see one fall. That's all you need to see.
Great look there by Mike Mitchell.
And
one. Foul.
Great inlet pass.
Xavier Thomas, the X-Men, will be heading back to the line.
Great pass by Mike Mitchell to get him open. Great cut by Xavier Thomas. Makes it look easy, puts it in.
That was a great screen set there by the forward, too, springing Xavier Thomas for the down cut. Shots up and cannot capitalize on the free throw.
That's his second free throw he's missed. He's taken 2, and he's got 4 points.
Plattsburgh now are 5 for 13 from the free throw line. That's just not going to get it done if they want to win this game.
It's less than 40. It's around 44% if I'm not.
And there's Kabongo on the 3.
And right there, that hurts you. You only make 1 point out of that trip to the foul line instead of 2. That's a 4-point swing.
You said you liked Kabongo in the pregame warm-ups. He was hitting every shot he took.
He's got a quick stroke. He's got a good move. As Reggie Williams misses that shot.
Najee on the block.
His presence right there, finally getting in there.
And turnover there, out of control was Derasmus. Mike Mitchell turns, loses the ball, and it'll stay with Plattsburgh.
It's a great play by him. He kind of made it seem like he didn't really even, like, oh, he's just all of a sudden there. And good boom by Mike Mitchell to bounce it off of the defender. Mitchell's got to choreograph this offense. I don't know if I was going to say that. But he's got to get everybody moving. He's got to get him into place. You already saw and talked about. He's very vocal, getting people moving.
Ezra with a huge screen and a foul down low on.
It was a late call, but a right call. Kabongo was holding Ezra Hodgins.
They call it on Najee down low.
Oh, they did? Oh.
They call it away from the ball with a foul on Reggie Williams.
Najee now has 3 fouls, which hurts them. Now you have the big man on the bench. Take advantage. I mean, he wasn't doing that much anyway to hurt you. But now that you don't have him in there at all for his presence on defense.
Gets the ball in now to Xavier Thomas, and there it is again. That's 4 straight points now from Xavier Thomas.
That athleticism come into play. He's finally shown what he can do. They were looking for that oop dunk pass again, which is a fantastic play for him because he's got those springs in his feet.
Seymour set on the jump shot short. Xavier Thomas with the rebound.
Good rebound by Thomas.
Xavier Thomas now looking to push. Gets the ball into Ezra Thompson. He turns, puts it up. No good.
Just misses as Reggie Williams comes up with the ball, puts it back in. His second basket of the night, 5 points for him.
Plattsburgh now with the 39-32 lead with just over 15 minutes left in this game. Springing up from the bench now is Kyle Richardson.
Which is he gave them a big lift in this first half. Let's see if he can do it here in the second again.
Is Bermillo on the strong drive, a lot of contact, no foul, and Plattsburgh comes down with the rebound.
Good defense by Ezra Hodgins just to get in the way of that shot and just cause enough of it to miss.
Plattsburgh now working the ball around. Great ball movement, great player movement. Hodgson open for 3, puts it up, no good off the back rim.
You can't be upset with that look though. That's his shot.
And a timeout here by the Gators. And the coach does not look to be happy. Very adamant conversation going on with the referee right now.
Did not agree with that one defensive foul that was called on his team earlier on. But Plattsburgh right now has to be very happy. The offense is starting to click. They're starting to get ball movement better like they did at the end of the second half. They got to keep that going, and they're getting offensive rebounds now. That's where they're going to start killing this team, offensive rebounds.
Interesting strategy by the coach on the Gators. He took out Kabongo after knocking down a 3. When you have a shooter like that and he knocks down a 3, you think, get him in rhythm. Maybe you hit 2, 3 in a row, and just like that, you have a spark. But taking a shooter out after he hits a shot just doesn't make sense to me.
Well, perhaps he just has a plan for the junior Kabongo, that to get him back in at moments when I need a 3-point shot in there. But as you said, if you hit a shot like that, he hit it in pure rhythm and stride. You got to keep him in. He might catch fire and start hitting a few, and that changes the whole mentality of the game.
Also to mention, Kabongo before the game was getting looked at by trainers on his right shooting hand.
Possibly
so that could be a factor too, as the trainer looks to be gathering ice by the bench.
Kabongo back in though. Now back in, sub back in, maybe a quick rest for him. But as you said, when that last shot he made didn't look like his hand was bothering that at all. But yes, before the game in the back, we saw him, trainers were focusing on that hand. They were unwrapping something they had around his hand. So maybe he had a brace on it earlier on, maybe a slight bruise, bone bruise or something in there. Who knows? You never can tell anymore.
Jordan Moody now just dancing next to his defensive assignment.
He always has fun with it. He does always have fun with it. See, him and Shamoy McIntosh always has that smile on his face, too.
Long delay here as the trainer's cleaning up some ice that spilled. And now we're back. Erasmus working the ball. Passes to Barillo. Swinging the ball back to Erasmus. Quick drive. Passes intended for Kabongo. Turnover now. Moody finds Thomas. An ill-advised pass right there. Barillo on the steal.
Yeah, good. It was a smart play to look up court. The pass didn't connect where he wanted it to.
Gators now on the miss. And Williams cleans up the rebound. And he's called for a travel.
Yep, lost his footing there. I don't think there was a foul called. I think he just lost his footing.
The Gators now will have the ball underneath their own basket.
Coach Curl obviously doesn't agree. Of course, whenever you see one of your players hit the deck, you think that he got pushed down.
I feel like coaches never agree.
Well, not many people can knock Reggie down either.
He's a big boy. The three by Seymour set, no good. Loose ball scramble, and Kabongo gathers it.
Great contest there by Xavier Thomas.
Oh, looked like a travel there, no call. Erasmus now kicks it back to Seymour set. Pump fake, drives to the middle, out of control. And Xavier Thomas comes away with the loose ball.
Oh, here we go.
Now for Plattsburgh. And great defensive play there by Erasmus.
I think now coach is telling him he should have been looking for his teammates. But I thought that's what he was going to do. I thought he was going to lob it up.
Yeah, when you got a 3-on-2 there, you always want to keep the ball moving. Yeah. As the ball moves, the defenders move, and it opens up an easy transition bucket. Moody now inbounding, gets it to Kyle Richardson.
Richardson now helping run the play.
There's Richardson on the strong drive and lay-in.
Great finger roll right there. Took it right to the basket, beat his man off the dribble. Now they got a 9-point lead.
Erasmus quick the other way, misses, and Kabongo on the tip back.
That's great play by Kabongo coming in there. Nobody was there to box out because Reggie Williams committed to the block.
Kabongo's really came out strong this half so far.
Yeah, he's got 5 points. He had that 3 in that basket, 2 offensive rebounds.
Here's Moody now looking to get the ball to Williams inside, turns, loses the ball, gathers it back, up and in.
Great play by him. Almost looked like a travel, but he lost possession of the ball, got it back, put it back up, and he's got 7 points on the night.
Number 13, Matt McLean for the Gators, is getting wrapped up. Looks like they put an ice pack on his rib cage. There's a 3 now from the Gators, knocks it down. Jamil Abidad.
Great play, but that gets you right back in it.
Definitely hanging around. Very timely hoops here by the Gators.
And they're still not giving up. They're still playing tough, which you got to love from that if you're the Bishop coach.
Moody now passes to Richardson.
You got to watch Richardson. Oh, now here comes Thomas.
Thomas down the right side. No shot. The foul's on the floor.
Can't give me a continuation, ref? I'm kidding. But good move there by Xavier Thomas. Go right there. If this was the NBA, that was continuation.
Absolutely.
But
Kabongo will take a seat now with great minutes as Najee will return back into the game.
Now they got the big man back out there. You got to go at him. He's got 3 fouls. Go after him.
Moody fakes the 3-point shot. Gets the ball up to Correa.
You better watch. Correa can pull from there.
Solid screen step by Richardson, who gets the ball back, puts up the 3, and bangs it home.
He's on fire right now. You can't stop this kid. To have this type of scoring off the bench, that's the complete X factor in the game.
Plattsburgh's lead now balloons to 9.
He's got 8 points, Kyle Richardson.
Najee misses the hook, and Erasmus misses the tip-in as well, and Williams cleans up the rebound.
And Williams almost loses the ball there. The Bishop bench begging for a travel there.
Oh, and an ill-advised pass there by Reggie Williams. Xavier looked like he was cutting towards the basket.
Instead he passed right to Chamoy McIntosh on the bench.
Coach Curl now trying to settle down Xavier Thomas.
Yep, telling him you got to pay attention.
And an open man, they leave him wide open. Bramillo for 3, way short though.
He completely makes waste of that opportunity. Nobody was in 30 feet of him.
That's just a mental lapse right there by Plattsburgh. You can't have many of those.
No, you can't. Especially when he's already knocked down 2 3-pointers.
And another turnover here. Plattsburgh seems to be getting a little sloppy.
Coach Cole telling Reggie, calm down, calm down. We'll be all right.
Kabongo checking back into the game.
He seems he goes out for a minute, comes back in. Goes out for a minute, comes back in.
He replaces Nikola Jovicic.
Jovicic.
That's a mouthful.
Yeah, it is. And it's not even that many letters. It's just those Eastern European names.
Najee with a quick trigger from 3. Airballs a Kabongo offensive rebound.
He can't.
Misses the layup. Looks to have landed on Jordan Moody there.
Najee can't get anything going.
And Moody comes up hobbling right
I
now.
think he got stepped on as he was on the ground.
Late getting back to the play, but here's Xavier Thomas for 3, and he knocks it down.
He's feeling it right now. This ball movement is fantastic by Plattsburgh.
Plattsburgh's lead now double digits, 12 points, and the Gators will take a timeout.
Great play by Xavier Thomas. 7 points since the beginning of this half.
Moody looks like he's in a lot of pain right now, though.
Yeah,
very stiff. Looks like he can't walk.
Yeah, he definitely got stepped on by, I'm not sure who. I think it was Reggie Williams as he came through.
Immediately walks over to the trainer. And hopefully he could stay in this game because he's provided great minutes so far.
Maybe got stepped on and now is cramping up a bit.
It looks like the left ankle region. I got to say, though, Kyle Richardson continued where he left off in the first half. Came in, couple rebounds, great drive to the right side, and knocking down that 3.
He's got 8 points in the game. He's been the spark off the bench. And also, Xavier Thomas playing great.
Looks like Colleen's getting ready to set up here for an interview. We'll be with her momentarily. But I got to say, Plattsburgh, it's going to be curious to see when Sherbrooke is going to check back into this game. Almost half the half has been, gone by, and Sherbrooke still has not seen the court. But this athletic lineup has been working now for Plattsburgh. They're really getting out there, spreading the floor, and knocking down their 3s.
And I'm not sure.
If you're the Gators here right now, you just want to chip away into this lead. You don't want to look at it as a 12-point deficit. You want to break this down into increments. You want to say by the 8-minute mark, let's try to get it to 6. By the 5-minute mark, let's try to get it to 2. And just slowly inch your way back into this game.
Great point. I think that is a smart mentality to have. Slowly cut back into this deficit. You're not going to get a 12-point basket. There's no such thing. You have
Unless
to
you're playing Jock Jams basketball.
Yeah. You slowly have to carve your way back into this. Play great defense, cause turnovers, get good shots. That's the only way you're going to get back into this.
Kabongo on the drive, loses the ball. And here's Xavier Thomas, a little out of control, no numbers, and wisely just pulls it back.
He's got those long arms. He's just somehow managed to get the ball back. Correa pulls up.
Oh! Put back dunk by Xavier Thomas, the X-Man.
With authority. I can't even say anything. That's fantastic. Coach Carl's getting excited.
Man, he got up there.
Whew.
Rasmus now pumps. Smart play there to draw the foul and quiet the crowd down a little bit.
Hey,
man, oh man, what a dunk, though.
He's got ups. I told you he's got bungees. That kid gets up. Whew.
He could excite the crowd in a second.
That changes the mentality of the game. Like that dunk in the first half helped them pull away towards the end of the first half. This is only going to help them pull away even farther.
If you're the Gators, you got to box out a little better. You got to find the body and hit the body.
No one was even next to him.
You can't have somebody just streaking through the lane untouched like that, especially now Xavier Thomas.
Especially a guy who gets up like he does. Great timing on that putback.
Rasmus good on the first.
That's only their 3rd free throw attempt.
Unbelievable. You think a team that big would work the ball down low and get more opportunities. Rasmus misses the 2nd free throw, and the freshman pulls down the rebound in a hurry, streaking down, and loses the ball. Kabongo now the other way for the Gators. Steps, sidesteps, puts it in, and it's good. Welcome to the Copa Kabongo. He is putting on a show now in the second half.
Yeah, he's played great. You can't say anything bad about the way he's produced for his team. No one else seems to be doing anything. They're missing a lot of shots out there as a freshman takes it to the board. Foul on the floor. Number 10, Zach Coleman, after that turnover, seems to show still has confidence in himself, takes the ball. Carl's got a lot of confidence in this kid, putting him in.
That's the Gators' 4th foul now. You got to keep an eye on that. Remember last half, they got into the penalty quite early.
Najij is their main guy they have to worry about foul trouble. He's already got 3. Plattsburgh's got to go after him.
Plattsburgh inbounding underneath their basket. Finds Richardson for 3. Bangs it down again. Same spot for Kyle Richardson. 2 straight 3s.
He's on fire right now. He is, if I was to put it, he's their Jason Terry. He's their Jordan Crawford coming off the bench, knocking down 3s, playing fantastic.
See Morissette now a little out of control. Passes up to Bermillo, who finds Kabongo for 3, and he knocks it down. Kabongo single-handedly keeping the Gators in this game.
He's played fantastic. He's got, what is I think, 8 points this half. 2 threes and a bat. Yeah. He's playing great.
Oh, and it looks like they called it a 2.
Oh, okay. That would be 7 points. As Ezra Hoshins got bumped on that, no call.
Ill-advised shot there by Ezra. Here's Seymour Morissette, finds a little gap, and a blocking foul is called on the ground. Kyle Richardson is such an important part to this team, coming off the bench as the 6th man, just giving incredible minutes and scoring nonetheless.
He's got 11 points already. He's got 8 in this half alone. He's playing great. He's got 2 3-pointers. He's got that move to the basket. He's got a couple of rebounds and an assist in this half. He's obviously playing the best.
He's clicking on all cylinders. Every facet of his game right now, defensively, offensively, rebounding. He's been on point. As Najee just throws the ball away there for another Gator turnover.
As the ball goes outside of the arena of the court here, but coach has to be so happy with the way his bench is produced. With Richardson playing as well as he has, you don't need to have anything else. A guy coming off the bench averaging almost 11 points, and say if he does this every game, this makes this team extremely dangerous, especially with the way Xavier Thomas has been playing of recent.
And Xavier tries to go baseline, but steps out of bounds on the end line.
That's his 4th turnover. That one not as bad as any of the other ones he's had, but still an 11-point game for Plattsburgh. 9 minutes left. Just keep doing your thing. Get Richardson the ball. Get Xavier Thomas the ball, and things will go well.
And for the Gators, same mentality as before. Slowly chip away. As Seymour Morissette takes the 3. No good. Rebound by Kyle Richardson again. Correa now pushing the tempo. Takes it all the way. Misses the layup. Hodgson on the rebound just throws it at the basket and misses the shot. Quick now, the Gators the other way. D'Erasmus, great pass, and
great defense by Xavier Thomas. Just a second ago, Zach Coleman went up for that board. My man was at the rim. Both his arms were this high above the rim at his wrists.
And
I didn't know he could get that high. He's only 6 foot. I'm excited for that. I want to see him get one.
Coach Kerr now calls a timeout, wants to settle his guys up a little bit.
We're going to go to.
I like the minutes that Coleman has been giving
guys.
to.
This is a much more aggressive second half. The score to 54-43. Now, as we mentioned earlier, Plattsburgh still needs to work on their free throws because even though they have a big lead here throughout the conference, when it comes down to tight scores and stuff like that, it's the free throws that are going to make or break a win. Now, going off of that, Plattsburgh has a 2-week break before they travel down to Pennsylvania on the 15th, where they'll be entering the Lycoming Tip-Off Tournament, where they're going to be playing against 3 non-conference teams. Now, going off of that, they don't have a conference game until December 5th, when they're going to be hosting New Paltz right here in Plattsburgh. And considering how close the men came to conquering it all in the Student Conference, they are 100% hungry for revenge, and they're not going to stop until they take it all the way. So they have time between now and December 5th to fix those little kinks, and we're just going to have to see how well they're going to play right here in Plattsburgh. Giuseppe and Tyler, back to you guys.
Thank you, Colleen. Great stuff.
Yes, we cut her off a little bit there in the beginning, but just first game, sometimes we mess up like that. But Plattsburgh has to keep this momentum going right now. Keep the guys who are playing well. Coach Curl's got to keep them in the game, keep them confident, keep them going. Mike Mitchell now back on the floor. He gives you that offensive mentality. He gives you the leadership back out there. They obviously need him to start moving the ball more, orchestrate this offense a little more.
And on the Gators side, they're struggling to find some offense right now. Outside of Kabongo, who actually just left the game, they haven't been getting much offense.
No, they haven't, and they need to find it somewhere.
And it needs to step up now because Kabongo's not on the court.
Well, he might be back in a minute. You never know.
Those 1-minute subs. Here's Mike Mitchell now, setting up the offense.
Seems now Plattsburgh's going to work a little clock. So now Bishop
spacing the floor out.
Yeah, Bishop has 2 enemies now: the clock and the other team. Oh,
Moody
putting it up.
Oh, what a 3-point shot there by Jordan Moody as the shot clock expires.
Step back 3-point shot. That's a good shot. I can't even say that's a fantastic look.
He's a great bad shot shooter. Well, he could make impossible shots.
Yeah, because he can take you off the dribble no matter where you are.
Oh, looked like a travel there. No call, though.
Crab dribble.
Seymour Morissette passes to Bermillo in the corner for 3. Knocks it down.
He answers right back with his own 3.
The Gators still seem to stay in this game with timely hoops.
Yeah.
Plattsburgh just needs to put them away.
Yes, they do. And need to do it sooner rather than later. Bermillo has 9 points, 3 threes in the game. You got to watch him too, especially along with Kabongo, who can also make shots.
Moody now for 3, gets it. Back-to-back 3-point shots by Jordan Moody.
He's taking over right now. He says, I'll do it, guys. Don't worry about it.
Seymour set quick the other way. Najee for 3, knocks it down.
It's turned into a 3-point contest. They're going back and forth, back and forth. That's Majid, his second 3 of the game. He's now 2 for 9 from the 3-point line.
That's not a number you'd like to see.
No, even though you've made 2.
The 2's not the problem. The 9 might be.
Jordan Moody with 10 points already in the game with those last 2 threes.
Plattsburgh again working the clock. Richardson, bad turnover there by Mike Mitchell. Gets back on defense. Najee on the break. Passes to Bermillo. Seymour set waving his arms. Can't find him though. Pass in the middle. Great move. And puts it in and cuts the lead back to single digits.
Great play by there. Get back in it. As I said, they need to cause turnovers to get back in this game. Only 6:30 left. Time is not on their side.
If you're Plattsburgh here, you have to work the clock and make smart passes. Richardson steps back for the 3. No good off back rim.
That's a good shot. He's made 2 already. He's 2 for 4.
Here's Seymour set in a hurry. Great pass into D'Erasmus. And just like that, it's a 7-point game.
Now Plattsburgh can't get too agitated by this. They have to calm themselves down. Just keep playing your thing as Coach Cole calls a timeout to calm his guys down.
That's a great timeout right there. You know, cut it to 7 points, regroup, draw up a play, because right now you need a bucket. You can't just take a shot. You need to draw something up as he takes out the clipboard. Go to your sure-hitting play. Get this lead back up to 9 points.
Yeah, now get back into it. Now that you have this, your team, the confidence will be back there. Now you tell them, all right, guys, once you make this basket, get back on defense. Don't give up an easy basket. Like 2 easy baskets just occurred, just back-to-back. You can't let that happen. They're going to crawl back into it if you let them do that.
Yeah, there was a defensive breakdown as D'Erasmus was just wide open for the layup. Great job by Seymour Set to find him in an almost impossible window, but still, you can't lose your containment like that and let a man wide open right next to the basket.
And that was obviously a defensive miscue. And for him to be wide open like that underneath the basket, you can't have that if you're Coach Curl.
And Kabongo re-enters the game now.
Just to keep him in. Just keep him in the whole time. He's done great.
Great job by the Gators, though, showing their fortitude and not giving up. They just seem to hang around. And if you're Plattsburgh, that's scary.
Yeah.
Because at any minute, they can get hot, and they could take this lead.
They could, and that's what you have to be worried about if you're Coach Curl. That's why he's calming them down, saying we got to get this play going, got to get back into our base defense and stop them from getting easy baskets.
On your home court, you have to close out games, and it's going to start right now with your guys, Mike Mitchell, Ezra Hodgson, and Jordan Moody.
But to get a scare like this, all can wake up players, and guys can step up in big moments. We've seen these guys do it before.
Moody now passes corner Hodgson. Pass up top, wide open, Mike Mitchell for 3. No good off the back rim, and Kabongo gathers the rebound.
That's a great look by Mike Mitchell, though. He made that one shot earlier in the game.
Seymour Set keeps the tempo up for the Gators and goes to the foul line as Reggie Williams looks like he hit him on the arm.
That's going to be Correa would called for the foul, but that's going to be their 5th and 6th free throw attempts for the game. They've only taken 6 going to take 6 free throws, and Plattsburgh has 17. So it's a big discrepancy there as he makes the first.
And Coach Curl quickly puts Xavier Thomas back in the game, knowing he needs some sort of spark. Seymour Set now. Lines up for a second shot. No good off the back rim, and great box out there by Ezra Hodgson.
Good job to clear it out there.
Plattsburgh's rushing the tempo a little bit here. They're just out of control.
That's Xavier Thomas's 5th turnover.
Seymour Set now. Passes back up to D'Erasmus. Looking for a clear out on Mike Mitchell. Great move to get to the basket and lays it in. And just like that, Plattsburgh lead has dwindled down to 4 points with just over 5 minutes remaining.
Correa. Good rebound there by...
Loose ball picked up by Bermillo. He leads the break.
Plattsburgh has to get back here. No easy baskets.
Pass now to D'Erasmus. The Gators now slow it down a little bit, trying to set up an offensive possession. Bermillo misses the deep 3 and rebounded by Plattsburgh.
That was a good look by Bermillo. He's made 3 already. Bishop's played great the last few minutes. They're right back in it. This is where the coach wanted them to be with 4.5 minutes left.
As Erasmus whacks Williams on the arm. And that'll be the team's 5th foul, so bonus still not a factor yet. As Najee, the big man, returns into the game.
Damaris, that's his 3rd personal foul, so he has to watch it.
Correa fakes the 3, drives, has nowhere to pass it, almost turns it over there. Great job by Xavier Thomas to gather that one back.
27 seconds on the shot clock. They have used the clock, look for the best opportunity here. No need to put up a quick shot and give up an easy basket on the other side.
Mike Mitchell now penetrates, kicks to Hodgson, thought about the 3, takes a 2-pointer instead and knocks it down.
And he had a hand right in his face as he did. Great shot there.
Boy, he's an incredible shooter.
He is.
The touch he has for his size.
It's impressive that he can do that, and the concentration to knock it down.
And Williams nearly with the steal. Seymour Set gathers it, passes to Bermillo for 3. Got it. Big shot there by Bermillo, and the lead now is only 3. It's a one-possession game for the Gators.
As you said, that's his 4th 3 in the game. Somebody has to get out on him.
Xavier Thomas now passes to Mike Mitchell. Plattsburgh slowing it down again, gets to the Williams, takes the turnaround jump shot, no good. And the Gators with the rebound. You got to be thinking, where is Sherbrooke? I haven't seen him much in the second half. Bermillo now on the drive. Great block there by Reggie Williams. And
looks like Najee is going to pick up his 4th foul.
Not a smart foul there.
Especially 70 feet from the basket.
Yeah, there's no threat there. There's no easy bucket about to occur. And now you're 1 foul away. Next foul, you're in the bonus. And that's just...
If they put Sergey in, they have to go right at Najee. They have to.
Try to get him out of the game, absolutely.
Make him pick up that 5th. Get him out of the game. Then you do not have to worry about the size.
Jordan Moody now passes the ball to Kyle Richardson, who re-enters the game. Xavier Thomas now.
Jordan Moody moving it.
Swinging the ball. A lot of east and west, not much getting to the basket. Xavier Thomas with the acrobatic shot, no good.
He has to follow his shot. He faded away. He's got to go back after his rebound. He would have been right there.
Maris now dancing, nothing there. Good defense by Kyle Richardson.
And you don't need a 3 here. Just get an easy basket, only down by 1.
And great play there by Reggie Williams to keep the ball in bounds after the deflection.
Great play by him. Now this is crunch time here. Got to make key plays here.
That's the one thing you can't do when you're trying to come back. Wow! What an incredible pass, catch, and finish by Xavier Thomas from Jordan Moody.
A little dance there from Jordan Moody. Fantastic pass. But it was even more impressive, the concentration by Xavier Thomas to put that ball up with contact.
Just great pass, great catch. That was unbelievable.
Yeah.
And Coach Carl takes a timeout here, trying to get his guys regrouped.
What they're going to do after this free throw attempt. How are they going to get back? How are they going to contain this? Because right now, Bishop's in do-or-die mode. They got to come down here. They're going to try to get a quick basket so they can get back on defense. Coach Carl's getting them prepared here, guys. Don't get overconfident. We're still not out of the woods yet. Just play your game. Play smart.
All right, we're going to send it over now to Colleen Brandt on the sideline. Colleen?
Thanks, guys. Fans before the game and even after the game can donate non-perishable food items out there in the lobby, and the team is going to give them to charities and nonprofit organizations. This all started with senior and captain of the team now, Mike Mitchell. Last year I talked to Mike Mitchell, and he was saying how he wanted to get the team more involved in the community, and look at the results. There's people here from all over, near and far throughout the community, and Plattsburgh's basketball team are the most involved teams in the community. They're always giving back. So throughout every home game, they're going to be doing something for nonprofit organizations and charities. Guys, back to you.
Plattsburgh now sitting here with a 5-point lead, 2:36 remaining. And Xavier Thomas will be at the line for one shot here to try to balloon this lead back to 6.
Make this a 2-possession game. Keep it at a 2-possession game.
Yep.
And right here, Plattsburgh, that's a big momentum builder. That last play right there. Xavier Thomas, if he knocks this down, puts it to 6. You got to come down and play great on defense, cause a bad shot, get this ball back, try to increase this lead they have.
Xavier Thomas on the shot and knocks it down. And here's a little bit of pressure out of the timeout. Steal by Xavier Thomas, drives, and a foul.
He got hit as he went down, but he bounces right back up. Great play by him, anticipation to steal that ball. And now they're in the bonus. He'll be going back to the line.
Looks like he is a little shaken up on the play. Might have crashed into his knee, yeah. But if you're Plattsburgh, this is exactly what you want. Easy opportunities to add on to the lead.
And now you're already in the bonus, so it makes it even tougher for Bishop to foul you later on as it comes down to the last minute.
Xavier Thomas on the first of the 1-and-1, and he misses. Najee with the rebound.
You can't go empty on the front end of a 1-on-1.
Here goes Kabongo, quick pass in the corner to Bermillo for three, knocks it down. Bermillo has been on fire from three-point land.
Fifth 3-point shot. 15 points for him.
And once again, it's a 3-point lead.
This is where the front end of that 1-on-1 hurts you. If he had made at least one of those, it's a 4-point game right now.
Missed foul shots right now is Plattsburgh's kryptonite. Xavier Thomas now working one-on-one. Turns, spins, shoots off the backboard. No good. Kabongo with the rebound.
Not a good shot. Coach Curley, you can see he was not happy with that himself.
The Gators now setting up. Najee gets the ball to Damaris. Damaris with the crossover. Very patient here. Drives, kicks it to Kabongo. Off his legs, loose ball. And looks like Plattsburgh went out of bounds.
When he touched it last.
And the Gators will maintain possession underneath their own basket.
And a full new shot clock now because possession had changed to Plattsburgh. New shot clock on them. Now they have another 35 seconds to work here.
The Gators seem like they just keep getting there but can't get that bucket to get over
the hump.
The hump. And as the coaches, as the referees, discuss in the sideline right now, the Gators players huddle up, but they have not called a timeout.
Yes. Now it's called an official timeout.
The official calls a 30-second timeout because you can't do that. You can't just.
Yes. And Edward Correa, since it's not an official timeout, hanging out there, listening to what they have to say.
Absolutely.
Pulling a little Lance Stevenson over there. But now Plattsburgh has to calm themselves down. 3-point shot. Do not give up a three.
Interesting to see here if Coach Curl tries to switch up his defense coming out of the timeout. The Gators right now are going to drop a play, try to get a quick two.
Most likely, yes.
It's still 1:42 remaining, only down 3 points. You don't need the three in this situation. Get a quick bucket, go back, play defense, and live to fight another day.
And with 2 timeouts still left, I believe, for Bishop, they've only used one this half. Still have 2 timeouts left. You still can, if you get the ball back to tie this game up, you can still use it later on down the stretch. So don't worry about that. They get the easy basket. If you're Bishop, then just come down, play great defense, try it again next. You know Plattsburgh's going to run the clock down, so you can't use a lot of clock here.
On the court now for Plattsburgh, Moody, Williams, Xavier Thomas, Correa, and Kyle Richardson. Inbound here. Seymour Set takes it off the dribble, kicks it out to Najee for three. Short. Battle for the ball. Great box out by Kyle Richardson, and Plattsburgh will gain possession.
Great play right there as Mike Mitchell and Ezra Hodgins come in for offense. Great defensive play. Reggie Williams coming out to contest the shot. And then great by Kyle Richardson, you said, to come out there and box the defender out to keep him from getting to that ball.
And Xavier Thomas and Reggie Williams aren't going too far down the bench as Plattsburgh will do an offense-defense type situation for the remainder of this game.
Which is smart by coach to keep them in there. So you have your best offensive players on the court, best free throw shooters for when they need to foul you.
Correa just loses the ball. And the Gators were, in a one-possession game like that, that was a very big possession right there. You take it from a one-possession game to a two-possession game. And to just cough the ball up that easily is inexcusable.
Yes, absolutely. Now it's odds Plattsburgh's defense again to cause another bad shot or cause a turnover here.
Kabongo now looking on the inbound, gets it to Najee.
Who, on missing that last three-pointer, is 2 for 10.
Terrible numbers.
Yeah.
Here's Najee again, thought about it, decided otherwise. Here's Seymour Set, takes it to the paint, and a foul called on Williams. I didn't see much there. It looked like his hands were straight up.
Yes, it did. They might call it for lower body contact. He hit into him. Body checked him. Up, they're calling it on Richardson. That's why.
Oh, Richardson, all right.
From the side.
And this is what you want if you're the Gators. Stop the clock while scoring.
make this a 1-point game. If you make both these free throws, now you got to come down and play great defense again because Plattsburgh can run this clock down.
Seymour set on the first, knocks it down.
Trying to mess with his form.
To no avail.
Yeah, still buries it.
You know, when you're in a game like that, you phase out everything that's going on. Just you in the basket.
Yep.
Here's Morissette now on the second free throw to cut it to a 1-point game, and he knocks it down.
2 for 2 on that attempt.
A minute left now, and Plattsburgh up by 1 as Mitchell crosses the midcourt.
Plattsburgh needs to use as much clock as they can right now without a turnover
occurring. Near turnover there, as you say it.
Jeez.
But they maintain possession. Korea now dribbling the ball.
He's got to watch from behind him.
A lot of pressure here from the Gators. Last thing you want to do, though, is foul this deep in the shot clock. Pass is nearly turned over. Finds
nearly turned over
the way
again.
to Korea for 3. Short. And great play there by Kyle Richardson.
Wow. You have to foul. You have to foul.
What a play there to save the ball from going out of bounds. And that's what he's been doing all game, keeping them in with his offense and, of course, with his hustle plays as well.
That's his play of the game. But any of those 3-point shots don't matter. That's the play of the game right now.
That play right there summarized what Kyle Richardson is all about.
Making plays to help his team win as much as he can.
And here's a timeout now. And they just want to discuss what's going to happen after these free throws. Either way, it's still going to be a 2-possession game. I'm sorry, a 1-possession game. Regardless, it's going to be either 2 or 3.
Mike has in front of a 1-and-1 now. He has to hopefully make both these, put it as a 3-point game. Then all you have to do is no fouling on a 3-point shot.
And, you know, for the Gators, same approach. You don't need a 3 here. If you get the ball, you can still go with a quick 2 with 26.9 left.
1 timeout remaining, I believe.
1 timeout left. Plattsburgh has not proven that they can hit their free throws today. So you might as well make them earn it from the line and try to go for the quick 2.
No, it's a great point. And you hopefully foul someone who's not going to make their free throws. Mike Mitchell hasn't made a few yet early today. Sergey made his early on, so he's out. You have to take Jordan Moody or Xavier Thomas would be your options to foul.
And Coach Curl right now is trying to draw something up. Knocks down both, a way to get his guys the ball. The Gators now still talking about what play they're going to run after this free throw front end part from Mike Mitchell. Coach Curl looks a little uneasy there, hugging his clipboard. Tensions are high though right now. 65-64, Plattsburgh has the lead with just over 26 seconds left.
This Quebec team's giving them all they got. They came out with nothing to lose.
They're hungry too. They're still looking for their first game win of the season, and they really want this one.
They do.
A close game like this, they just got to find that one bucket that could catapult them.
I got 1-and-1, Mike Mitchell.
And he missed the first one. And there's Kyle Richardson again with a rebound as Mike Mitchell quickly fouled with 23.5 seconds remaining.
Kyle Richardson saving the day again. Mike Mitchell has to make up for it now. He has to make this free throw. Now you got 2. You have to make both.
Kyle Richardson is single-handedly willing this team to a victory with his hustle plays.
Mike Mitchell has 2 to shoot.
Now Mike, he has to get this out of his mind, that miss. Just completely erase it.
And if you look at the matchup they have down there, you have, the smaller Kabongo trying to box out Kyle, Richardson.
Kyle Richardson.
Kyle Richardson, yeah. All right. And
you're thinking of somebody else.
Yeah. And, it's an interesting matchup there. As the first one's good for Mike Mitchell.
Good shot by Mike. He got over that miss. That's all you have to do. Selective memory. Selective memory.
Mike Mitchell now lines up for the second shot. And knocks down both shots.
Ice cold from the line that time. Nothing fazed him that trip.
And Coach Curl calls a timeout. Don't be surprised if you see a little bit of pressure here on the inbound, trying to get the Gators to speed up their tempo, maybe cause a turnover.
Now with that, up by 3. Free throws came at the time you needed them. That's why I said clutch play is necessary right now. Mike Mitchell has it in his blood. He's done it before. Now all you need to do, no fouls.
And
no
defend
dumb
the
fouls.
3-point line.
Defend the 3-point line. You can give up an easy 2. That's fine, because
Easy
they're going to
2's
foul
okay.
you again. But other than that, do not foul on a 3-point shot.
You know, and 23.5 seconds is an eternity.
Especially if they have a timeout left. I think Coach Curl also has a timeout remaining.
At the end of the game, when you foul, you prolong the game, the Gators might get 3 more possessions out of this 23.5 seconds. The big thing right here, though, is you need a bucket. It doesn't need to be a 3, but you need to score a bucket, and it needs to come fairly quickly.
You need it. That's why right now they're running an easy play to run out of this long inbound. I believe now, it doesn't come to half court because they did it right after the end of the free throw. But since this timeout was taken, they have a little bit more time to set up here. They might have a play set up in case a press comes from Plattsburgh to get that ball down there to get a quick layup and then get back on defense and cause them to go back to the free throw line.
Gators now break their huddle. Players talking. This is gearing up to be a fantastic finish, though. Great game played by both teams all day. It's a shame that someone has to lose.
Yeah, it is. But that's how sports goes.
Very gritty
gotta-
performance
gotta
by
be-
the Gators.
Got to be impressed, though. Bishop's played very, very well. They can't be upset with the way they played tonight.
And here's
Just-
the pressure that I talked about.
Yep.
Coach Curl coming out of the
Watch for the
timeout.
long pass. You have to watch for the long pass.
The only thing with pressure here is you're vulnerable for a quick bucket. Kabongo finds Erasmus. Pushes up, finds Najee for 3, and short, rebound, and the Gators maintain possession. Do you foul now if you're Plattsburgh up
No,
by 3?
let it-
Tipped out of bounds, and the Gators
You
will
let this
maintain
go.
possession with 8.5 seconds. This is the big thing about every coach has a different mentality. Some say you foul and make them take 2 shots. Some say take the 3.
But right now, what hurts them, they need 3 more fouls to give. They have 3 fouls. So you can do this to slow them down to get them reset. But now Bishop's going to be prepared for that. Now if they come to foul you, just chuck it up. They're going to be prepared. So as coach, you're in a little bit of a bind to tell your guys what to do. Do you sag off them a little bit, or do you press them, risking fouling on a 3-point shot?
I think you keep the pressure up, and instantaneously on contact, you strip the ball. You go for the ball. Maybe you get a steal. Probably not, but you're going to get a quick foul. And referees usually give the benefit of the doubt to the defense. If someone catches it, just throws it over their head, they're not going to give you the 3 shots. They want to see a clear catch and shoot form before they call it, especially with no continuation in the collegiate level.
But now you see they're going to set a play up. Watch them. They might go to, who was hit the last few shots? Kabongo, Bramillo. They've hit a bunch of 3s. Obviously, it's not working with Nadish. He's not hit anything today. Obviously, you need to hit it to one of those guys, the guy who has 5 threes. And I keep forgetting Bramillo.
Bramillo, yep.
I forget his name. But you got to get him the ball, because he's knocked down every shot he's taken.
I also wouldn't be surprised to see Coach Curl come out here in a 3-2 zone, 3-2. Get your guys around the perimeter. Do not let up the 3. You get beat inside, that's fine. Only 8.5 seconds remaining. Give up the quick 2. Dwindle that time down. Beat him at the foul line, and get out of here with a victory.
Hey, Mike, that's a good point. Now you have to see, based on coaching philosophies, how Curl is going to approach this defensively.
And the Gators are ready to go. Coaches the ball, and Plattsburgh still hasn't broken the huddle. There they are, now coming out for an intense defensive possession with the game on the line. Correa, Thomas, Richardson, Williams, and Moody will defend. And it looks like they're in a man formation here as the Gators have a box set. Off the double screen, can't find anybody. Throws it and nearly turned over. Great job there by, once again, Richardson, deflecting the ball.
He's been in on almost every play when it's counted most.
8.1 now remaining. Gators set up, finds Erasmus, pump fakes, passes, back to Bramillo, 4-3, no good back rim. Najee with the turnaround, no good. And Plattsburgh defeats the Gators 67-64. What an ending to a game. And great job by Plattsburgh on that final defensive possession to close this one out.
Yes, to close out on every single shot there, to force them to miss and take bad looks almost every time. Bramillo almost had that one go down. That was a great look by him. But to get out there on Najish when he took that last shot, to be out there to contest, and great way to close out a game by Plattsburgh. And you need scares. You need to get scared every now and then to play well throughout a season.
great job by the Gators today. Also, they got the shot they wanted. They got Bermillo, who's been on all day with his three-point shots, a wide open look from three, just couldn't knock down this last one that would have tied the game.
Yeah, if he needed any, it would have been that one. And you can't blame the way Bermillo played. 5 of 6 from the three-point line. And to keep playing as well as he did coming off the bench guys produce more for Bishops than the starters.
And once again, you got to give a great shout out to Kyle Richardson, the sixth man today, coming off the bench, performing at an outstanding level, diving around, scoring, hitting timely threes, and at the end of the game, making 3 hustle plays that single-handedly saved this game.
Yes, absolutely. He played the best. He's my star player tonight. With the plays that he made, did them quietly, too. You can't be any more proud of the way he played.
Yep, and Colleen Brandt now is going to be sideline with Jordan Moody, and we'll bring it to Colleen now and Jordan.
I'm here now with Plattsburgh's Jordan Moody. Jordan, first things first, how does it feel to be back playing for Plattsburgh?
I mean, it feels good, really excited to get back out there and play with the team. I really missed them, and it's glad to be back out and play with them.
Now, you definitely made a name for yourself in this game. You killed it with the points, defense, offense. What worked for you so well in tonight's game?
I mean, it really just comes down to the game plan that we worked out in practice, and the fact that I had such great teammates helping me out. Anyone could have made the plays I did today. It's just the fact that I was in a good position, and it was great. It was just teamwork that we had.
Nice. Okay, so you guys have a 2-week break, and then you enter the Lycoming tip-off tournament all the way in Pennsylvania. So are you thinking of anything? Do you have plans?
For the 2-week break, I mean, of course, you're just going to stay working hard. I mean, that's really what it is. I mean, it's a 2-week break, but at the same time, we still got to work hard. We still got to work on our defense. We got a lot of learning to do. We got a lot of things to work on. So, 2-week break for everybody, but for us, we got to still work hard and be on top of our game.
Okay, awesome. Congrats on the win.
Thank you.
Have a good night. All right, now let's bring in Giuseppe and Tyler. Definitely turned around in the second half. Nail-biting, to say the least.
No, it was a great way to end it, and Bishops had a lot of opportunities there to make it. They had a couple shots at the end, 3-point looks. Bermillo with a great look right. He'd made 5 3-pointers before that. I think he had a good look at it, and Plattsburgh's got to be happy with the way they closed out. Coach Carl's obviously going to be happy that the lead dwindled down as it did, but it's a coaching point. Now they've got 2 weeks now until their next game. Got some time to iron that out. Coach Carl will have them.
Now, you mentioned free throws, and that literally is exactly what it came down to. How do you think it went?
Absolutely. Plattsburgh still didn't shoot that well in the second half, but when it counted the most, Mike Mitchell stepped up and knocked down 2 clutch free throws to make it a 3-point game. But don't discount the fact that Richardson single-handedly saved this game. That save that he made on the offensive rebound and the other one falling out of bounds, just keeping the possessions alive, his offense, his defense, everything today, Richardson was definitely the player of this game.
Now, talking to Moody just then about what their plans are for the 2-week break. Then they enter the Lycoming tip-off all the way in Pennsylvania. What do you guys think, besides the free throws, obviously, they need to work on as a fresh new team?
Well, the continuity between the players. You can see that obviously not everybody's completely comfortable with each other yet. The timing's a little off on passes. Few of them right out of bounds. And they're trying to get each other cutting back and forth. It happens to every team. But like I said, free throws are a big concern that you need to improve on. And also having defense be more consistent on every play. Other than that, I think they did pretty well.
Yeah, Pittsburgh's got to work on closing out a team. They got the lead to double digits a couple of times. But once that happens, you need to have that basket to just have from home, balloon it to 20 points. They didn't do that. They let the Gators sit around, make those tiny shots, and then basketball's a game of runs. And the Gators went on their run, and they cut the lead down, had a chance to tie it at the end of the game. They fell short, though. Great job by Plattsburgh. Definitely have to shore up those holes and not let that lead dwindle.
I was really interested and surprised to see the chemistry between Moody and Xavier Thomas, because when Moody was playing, Xavier wasn't playing, and then when Xavier was playing, Moody wasn't playing. So I'm very surprised at how well they clicked with the attempt with the alley-oop right there. It was just, it had so much chemistry.
Fantastic play on that alley-oop, and not to mention Xavier Thomas, what an athlete he is. That tomahawk jam on the rebound, that's one of the best plays I've seen in a while.
Yeah. And that their chemistry's there because they're similar types of players. They're both very athletic. They're both very fast. They both can shoot very well. That's how it helps when you play similar. You can practice well together. You know each other's tendencies as well. And like that, that eye contact where you can say you're going to go, and then they throw the ball up and he knows where he's going to be. It helps to have that. And it's, like I said, they didn't play a lot together. Now they're practicing every day together. They practice probably more now because they can see that they're going to be playing more often than not. that helps a lot. It's going to help the team a lot in the long run.
Plattsburgh seems to be very deep this year. Everyone who came on the court contributed. Even sure, he didn't get in much in the second half, but when he was in the first half, he was a big-time contributor. And now you have Sean McIntosh who's going to be coming back into the lineup. It's going to be hard to find a lot of minutes. If anyone could do it, Coach Carroll can.
It's true.
That's great having all those different options. So the next time you will see us, you will see the Plattsburgh Cardinals. It's going to be on December 5th when they have their very first conference game. It's against New Paltz, 5 o'clock here in Plattsburgh. Predictions, gentlemen.
It's a long ways away to really predict anything, but I think Plattsburgh is going to have a good run throughout this season up until that point when we come back here next. They got some things to iron out, but there's so much on this team. Even losing Chris Manning and losing Shavar Fields and losing John Perez, with John Perez, I think is the biggest hole to fill. I think they're going to be fine.
Next man up mentality. Players left, other players are stepping up. I think Plattsburgh is going to be okay. They're going to win some games. I definitely think that it's going to be hard to find your set rotation when you have so many people that can produce. But, you know, like I said, Coach Carroll has been doing it a while. He knows what he's doing. He's going to get the right guys, the right combinations on the court, and he's going to make this work.
They really showed us what they could do here tonight in Plattsburgh. But for Giuseppe and Tyler, I'm Colleen. Make sure to tune in on December 5th at 5 o'clock for the next game here in Plattsburgh. Have a good night.